What's going on, brunch guests? Welcome to the Brunch with Kiki and KC podcast, where we're serving up real, raw, empowering food and drink for thought while chatting about life, relationships, and providing perspectives which could make a difference in your life now. My name is KC.
And I'm Kiki.
And we are so excited to have you as our weekly brunch guest and share great conversation with you. Today, we figured we'd change things up a little bit and do a special check-in episode just to see how y'all are doing, say hi, and let you know that we are still here. We still have one more episode in the Brain Viagra series to drop, and that episode is definitely coming to you soon, but we just wanted to take this time to check in, see how you're doing, and say that we hope your holidays are going great so far, and you know that everything is going well. But before we do this, we want to encourage you to subscribe, like, comment, and share this podcast. Share it with your family and friends, co-workers, or whomever you like. We're always dropping gems, and you never know who could benefit from what we discuss. And please remember to click on the link in the show notes section of the podcast, or if you're listening to us on YouTube, please click on the link in the description section in order to get any of the content that we discuss in our podcast. Kiki.
Yes.
How are you doing? How have you been?
I am doing all right. I am just looking forward to the holidays and some holiday food. How you been?
I've been doing all right. You know, it's been good to just kind of relax with family. Thanksgiving was good. And I'd looking forward to Christmas to be just as relaxing. And, you know, as we were talking about doing this check-in episode, we definitely talked about some things that we think should be left behind in 2020 that we want to bring to the brunch guests. And
all right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of things where we have to sit down. Well, I know I sit down with myself and think, you know what do I want to make 2021? You know, what do I want to leave behind? What do I want to bring with me in 2021? But definitely what I want to leave behind, because, you know, if I think back to this time last year, right? 2019, none of us could expect that 2020 was going to be the way it was, right?
Oh, no.
No, we didn't. But at the same time, we still had goals. And I'm not necessarily talking about New Year's resolutions or things like that, but we still had hopes and dreams and goals and things that we wanted to do. And I don't think that should change just because, you know, life has changed in some ways. I still think we have a lot of things that we can hope for and strive for and do better, you know, and things that we can think of that we want to do in 2020 or achieve, and the things that we know that we need to maybe stop doing so that we can achieve them no matter what's going on. So
this is true.
Yeah. So brunch guests, we just wanted to, you know, like we said, see how you're doing, but then also share what we think should be left behind in 2020.
Yes.
Not just the virus. Yes, we want to leave the virus behind, but there are some things.
That's right.
There's some things that I think are analogous to a virus in your life that's been impeding you, like a virus. A lot of people don't think of it like that. What is the virus in your life that you need to leave behind in 2020?
The dummy stuff.
The dummy stuff.
And, leave the dummy in 2020.
Yes. What do you think are some dummy stuff, Kiki? I got some things in my mind, but you know.
You know, I'm trying to think for a second. What are some things? I mean, I definitely feel like people have to start leaving toxic habits behind.
Yes.
And, you know, people think about habits, it's not always just about, like, I don't know, smoking, bad diet or anything like that. Like, habits where you're just out here. I know some people that are like habitual drama queens and drama kings.
Oh man.
You know, just constantly seeking their drama thrill.
Yes.
Some of that stuff, it needs to be left in 2020. Why do you want to create conflict and drama so that you could just talk about it? Like, I don't get that type of stuff. Gossiping about what this person said, what that person didn't say, sharing their own altered version of what you may have said. It's just a bunch of weird stuff. Like, just leave the drama in 2020 with the virus.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that it's interesting that you say that, because a lot of the time I don't even think that when people are bringing the drama or creating drama or gossiping about drama, I don't think that they realize they're doing it. I almost feel like if maybe what should be left behind in 2020 is the fact that you start to recognize that you're doing it. Whatever is stopping you from recognizing that the person is doing that, like, they really need to start figuring out how to recognize that they're doing it. Sometimes people don't know unless they're told. Sometimes things happen that maybe wake them up to that fact, but I feel like at a certain age, they should recognize that they are doing that and that it's not productive. Which they should see. They could see it in their own life. It's not serving them any purpose. It's not moving them forward. But I don't know. Sometimes people, it takes them a while to see that, I guess.
I mean, for the ones that are actively seeking drama, actively creating drama, just stop. There are people that need to, like, may not realize that they're doing it. That is true.
Yeah.
But those who know that they're just actively looking for their fix of drama, what can I stir up in the pot?
Yeah.
Just stop. What does it do for you? It's not doing anything for your spirit. It's not going to push you forward. If anything, it's going to force you to push a lot of people out of your lives.
Yeah.
Just stop. Because you got to ask yourself, what are you trying to accomplish when you do that?
Yeah. Yeah. And it really exposes their level of maturity when you see that they either can't see that they're doing that, or they just can't stop. I don't know. It's a shame, but definitely that's number one. Leave the drama stirring in 2020, please.
Yeah.
Also, if you're in a relationship that's not serving you, if you're dealing with, let me not say it. If you're dealing with hobosexuals.
Oh, the hobosexuals.
Hobo, H-O-B-O. I don't want nobody coming back at me saying she don't like homos. I didn't say homo.
That's not what Casey
hobo, H-O-B-O, meaning those leechy people who are just in a relationship because they want something from you. They're sucking, they want, that doesn't sound right, but you know what I'm saying, Brunch? They're taking your funds. They are laid up into your house or trying to get into your apartment because they don't have a place, only to use you. That's what I mean. That kind of suction, to use you, deplete you. Yeah, none of it's gonna sound right. Just saying the word suction is just not right. But you should know what I'm saying, brunch guests. Get your mind out the gutters. You know what I'm talking about. Stay away from those people. Do not bring them into 2021. If you accidentally got one in your house, get them out. Come on, people. Come on. See that you're being used. Oh, my Lord.
See that you're being used.
Yeah, see that you're being used, and stop. Get out of that lower mind state way of thinking, where your self-esteem is so low that somebody starts talking to you and you feel happy and they say, oh, let me come over and you can cook. And then first it's a meal, then it's 2 meals, and next thing you know, they're up in your house, they're not paying no rent or no bills or nothing like that. Come on now. Come on. Get those people out. Let's kick them out before 2021. It doesn't matter. Don't feel bad for them for the holidays. Send them back from whence they came. Send them back before 2021 hits. Jesus.
And just try to get them out this week before they be up under your Christmas tree with just a little a red ribbon, little bow or something weird. Just get them out before they try to, tie you in like that.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
No way, no way.
No, we don't want any of those.
What else?
To get rid of?
What people gotta get rid of in 2020? Oh God, what can people get rid of?
Short-sighted thinking.
Tell me some more.
Yeah, I'm thinking it up right now. But there's a lot of people that I think they only think about things in the short term. They're not thinking about long-term goals, long-term gains with their personal life, their career, their financial life, things like that. Just try to think ahead a little bit more, past your immediate needs. Think about your children's long-term goals and needs, things of that nature, for their psychological well-being, emotional/psychological well-being, their financial well-being, their educational well-being. Think ahead. Your kids are not going to magically just start doing whatever you feel is the greatest thing in the world. Think ahead. Whatever you want them to be, put the effort forth to do that so you can see the fruits of your labor. I think a lot of people need to know that too.
Okay. You said that's a short-term thinking?
They need to get rid of the short-term thinking and go more into long-term thinking for whatever they want. With everything. Stop trying to turn peaches into oranges. Okay. If you're dating a man and he's a peach but you want an orange, you have to get rid of the peach.
There you go.
So I want people to just, whatever you're looking for, just go for that. And stop trying to turn peach into orange.
I like that.
Yep.
Well, when you mentioned short-term thinking, it made me think about slow thinking.
Oh boy.
Leave the slow thinking in 2020.
Yeah.
Stop taking 11 years to deal with something that really doesn't have to take that long. Yes, there are certain situations where you have to take your time to figure things out.
Yes.
But not everything requires you to take months to figure out.
Yes.
If something is not serving you in your life and not putting you on a path of happiness in which you should be on.
Yeah.
It shouldn't take a long time for you to realize what you need to do to alter some things.
Yes.
If you have a situation where your significant other is telling you how they feel, it shouldn't take you 52 weeks to be able to address what's going on.
That's too long.
Okay, leave the slow thinking in the past. Leave it in 2020.
Yeah.
If you have, we could take it there. We could take it to, I guess, planning.
It could be with so many. It's a lot of things. It's a lot of things. I think of things with myself where I'm like, you know what? Just stop it. Like, just don't be slow with this one thing that could change the course of your life.
Yeah.
Don't mentally backslide on different things, whether you have.
That's a good one.
Yeah, just don't do it like that. And I'm guilty of it myself. I start off doing something, healthy eating plan or whatever, and then mentally backslide, start thinking about Five Guys burgers and whatnot. I'm trying to do better. I want to do better, and I must stop it. And I don't want to bring that mindset to 2020, because I know that if you stick to something and you do the hard thing or whatever it is to you that is the difficult thing, it will change your life in the long run, because most people are not willing to do the hard things. They're just not. And that's what's going to make you stand out, when you do something that most people are not willing to do. So yeah, it bleeds into so many different aspects. You're right, Kiki. So basically, things.
Let's not do the cha-cha slide with our lives. Okay, if you're going forward, don't all of a sudden crisscross, slide to the left, slide to the right. Keep going forward. That's another piece that I'm hearing what you're saying. Just don't, no backsliding. No slow moving.
Right.
no short moving. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
just really just cut it out.
Yeah.
Just leave that in 2020.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh man.
Moving with urgency. So, you
Yes.
know, that's the thing. I think I just thought about a lot of stuff that we talk about, where there's a lack of urgency in how people move with certain things.
Yeah. It's like there is a fire, but for some reason, you know, there are people that feel in that moment like they have more time to like grab more things out the house or to pack big suitcases when really they need to just hop up and get the heck out, like, and move out, you know. There's a lot of that needs to, a lot of people, they just need to do that realization of urgency, I guess, that there's an emergency.
There we go.
And I don't feel like it should take, like, you know, when people talk about hitting rock bottom before they make a move, I know that sometimes it's necessary. I do realize that. But I don't believe that everybody needs to hit rock bottom before they move with a sense of urgency. I feel like you can learn from other people's, you know, examples and mistakes, and everything is there for, we have the internet. We get anything you want to know, you can Google it, you can read a book, you can watch somebody else. Gone are the days where it's like, well, you didn't have a good example, so you can't know. No, you can know if you want to know. You can know if you want to know, if you're willing to search for it, look for it, and it's out there. It's for the most part free. Do it and move with a sense of urgency, like you actually want to make a change. Like, soon, like you said, not 52 weeks from now. So you know what you have at stake. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. Know what you have at stake. Those people need to know what is at stake. You do not have to lose everything before you realize, oh my God, I need to do something faster now. Come on.
That's true.
So that's pretty much, yeah. You made a great point there, Kiki. Made a great
I'm
point
thinking there. You said something about, you know, there's the internet. All these different tools that are there.
Yeah.
Stop making excuses for why you don't want to grow.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Like, leave that in 2020.
Yes. Yes.
No excuses. If you have something that you're trying to accomplish, something that you're trying to overcome, take advantage of resources that's around you.
Yeah.
And stop making excuses.
Yes. Yes.
Everything
absolutely.
Can't be, you know, well, I'm not doing this thing because, you know, I don't have my high school diploma.
Oh, no.
There's resources around you.
Lots of it.
Take advantage of the resources.
Yep.
I'm not going to apply for this job because I haven't worked in a year. Well, use this pandemic as a crutch. Yeah. You didn't work in a year because a lot of people wasn't working in a year.
Exactly.
You know, let's leave these excuses, these roadblocks that you're creating that prevent you from getting to where you want to go. Let's leave that in 2020.
Absolutely. And realize that maybe it is just you that are creating the roadblock. Like, not you, Kiki, you know, the people, us as human beings that are the ones creating the roadblock. You know, there's a lot of times, you know, a lot of people, they start feeling like, oh, it's the devil. Oh, it's this. Oh, it must be bad luck. This is a sign. No, maybe it's just you creating the roadblock. Did you try this, that? No, you didn't. You just kind of just gave up and resigned your mind to thinking that it's some outside force preventing you from doing whatever, flying somewhere, doing this, doing that. Like you said, going back to school. Maybe it is just you. Maybe that's what needs to leave, or, you know, or stay back in 2020 and not be brought into 2021. That mindset that, oh, some outside force is impeding me. No, not necessarily. Not necessarily.
No, so, and again, we always take into consideration that everybody has a unique story. So we're not saying that people don't have real experiences that may hinder them sometimes. But the point is, there's resources. There's definitely something that you can turn to. There, you know, if you have to go to, we've mentioned in previous episodes, going to therapy. If it means leaning on your peers, your you know, your accountability partners. What are you, like what you always say? What are you reading? What are you exposing yourself to?
Yep.
You drop that line on them.
Yep. What are you reading? What are you watching? What are you listening to? Something like that. I might have had it out of order, but all of those things affect you on a daily basis and affect how your mind works. So if you're constantly watching just, I don't know, extra ratchety stuff every day, nothing that's moving your life forward, then your life stays stagnant. There's nothing that's coming into your mind through your eyes, through your ears, seeping into your mind to make things better, and to make you better. So you have to kind of think about that and say to yourself, okay, well, what can I do to strengthen my mind? So then I'll have the strength to move forward. I have the strength and the ability to think a little bit differently to reach the goals that I want. Yeah. So, yep, that's a very good point. Very good point.
I don't know. That makes me think about the saying, "New year, new me."
Yeah.
I don't want to say that people necessarily should leave that in 2020, but I would like for people entering 2021 to not limit themselves to January 1st being the start of their new year.
Yes.
Every day can be your opportunity to be a new me. It just have to be new year, new me.
Yeah.
It could be new day, new you.
Yeah.
Be patient with yourself, of course, you know, but, and I say be patient with yourself in the sense of, if you don't get it right the first month of 2021, whatever it is that you want to get right, don't beat yourself up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So leave that, I guess, being at war with yourself, way of thinking.
Yeah.
Being your worst critic. It's okay to be a critic of yourself, but not your worst critic.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the person that beats yourself down so much. Like, it's okay to have a new you on a new day.
Yep. And I agree. I feel like sometimes when people say, oh yeah, new year, or make these new year's resolutions, sometimes they're setting themselves up for failure, and they put so much mental pressure on themselves for the start of this new year. Well, you could start today. You can start tomorrow. There's nothing stopping you. You don't have to wait for January 1st and put all this pressure on yourself. And then when you fail on January 2nd, then you feel bad about it. No, you don't have to do that. Just start right now. Start making your plan. Start taking, a few steps towards your goal right now. Don't have to wait.
I like that.
Yeah. You'd be surprised what you could accomplish if you start right now by the 1st of January. If you just start right now, whatever it is. Oh man. But
I like that.
Thank you. Overall, I feel like, we just really want everyone to, it sounds cliche. You hear it so many times when it's like, okay, becoming your best self, but that really is the truth. And I just want that for everyone,
Yes.
I want everyone to come to a point where you are working towards that, and while you're working towards being your best self, it's making you feel better, and it's like exuding from you, and when people meet you, they can see that you're someone that has taken that time to do that, or it's taking the time to do that. It speaks volumes, because nobody's really expecting anybody to be perfect, but we do, it does say something when you see that a person is putting in a great effort to try. Not just saying that they're trying, but you actually see that they are really putting in the time and the work to be better. You can tell and you can feel it from that person. And it's inspiring too. It inspires other people. So, oh man, just leave the garbage behind in 2020.
Leave the garbage around behind.
Yeah. And
leave it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And if you feel like, oh, you may have dragged some over, to start to, keep the garbage can nearby and get rid of it. It's okay.
It's okay. Just saying, there's some things that we want y'all to leave behind, but like we already just touched on, don't put that much pressure on yourself if you don't get the new year, new me like you don't get that started or done immediately into the new year. It's fine, but we don't want you to be what's today, December 19th, December 19th, 2021. We would hope that the stuff has been placed in the garbage. That's what we want. Don't drag too much into your new year. We don't know what 2021 is going to look like. There's so much going on in the world. So if you could eliminate some things that may cause you some dysfunction, some unhappiness, let's try to do that.
Yes, absolutely. And definitely one thing I do want, and I'm excited to kind of talk about a little bit. We're not going to get into it too much. As I said before, we've got the fourth installment, the fourth episode, which will be the family episode, finishing out our Brain Viagra series. But we're really, really, really excited for the next series. And I have to say, Kiki did so much great, I would say, research, real life research for our next series, which is really, going to open up our minds as a group when it comes to men and women, how we interact, how we communicate, things that people can, we're going to take some steps to practice listening to one another. That's how I see it. We're going to take the step. Yeah, we're going to take the steps, men, to just listen, not react. Women to just listen to the perspective of men and not react, and see how we can come together and not just have another discussion, and yes, discussions are necessary, but to see what we can do to move forward as a team when we are sitting down and thinking about how men and women interact, how we can not just get along, but really just do better in understanding one another and recognizing our differences and knowing that that's okay.
That's a perfect way to introduce what we have and work right now, what we're working on. We just really want to get to a point where we can see how men and women can be allies. As we live in a society where oftentimes, especially if you're talking about certain groups, certain cultures, where men and women are turned against each other, we want to try to move away from that, find ways to be understanding and supportive of one another. So we're excited. We're excited. The information that that was shared with us from different men. I'm definitely excited to talk about some of the things that I've learned from some of the men that are close to me in my life. And we know that we have a lot of great things to share from the women that we're close to in our lives. So we're ready for you all, brunch guests.
Yes, we're ready. We're ready. And we know that all of that is going to help you leave some things back in 2020 that you may not thought that you would have had to leave behind, and broaden your way of thinking. I know it's going to broaden mine. So
I was going to say, it's definitely going to help. It's definitely working for us as well. We're not here to just share information and not take it and learn ourselves.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's exciting. Absolutely. Anything else we want to share with our brunch guest, Kiki?
Stay healthy, stay happy, stay blessed. Eat well, drink well, but make sure you take care of your health.
Yes.
Don't just drink and eat and sit on the couch,
That was my Christmas Day plan.
Wait a minute now. Well, I mean, after the holidays, you know what I'm saying? For the holidays, we got to treat ourselves right.
Yes.
After the holidays, take care of yourself.
Yes. I'm like, I know exactly what I'll be sipping on in my coffee. It's going to be a little bit more than milk.
Nah, I know.
Although I don't drink milk, I drink almond milk. But yes, milk. But you're absolutely right, and I wholeheartedly agree. I definitely want to wish everyone great holiday and happiness, healthiness, and matter of fact, learning how to re-examine what is your happy. What is your happy? What is your happy? Not what the world thinks your happy should be. What is your happy? What does that mean to you in your life?
That's powerful.
Yeah, I just I think that that's one of the biggest things that I want people to start to get. If I could say something that could, you know, uplift your mind, I want you to re-examine your happy. Figure out what makes you happy. What does that mean to you? And design your life that way. And don't wait for anybody else to do it. Don't wait for anybody else to do it. It's gonna come from you. So I look forward to 2021. I do.
Yes, I do too.
I
I
look
think that was
forward
a
to it.
beautiful way to conclude.
Thank you, Kiki.
No problem.
And Merry Christmas to you all.
Yes. Happy
It's been
holidays,
great.
y'all.
Yes. Happy holidays to everyone. And we'll see you on the next episode.